What up? It is the question of the day. What are you doing for self-care? Okay, so I want to hear from you. What are you doing to take care of this, right? To take care of this, to take care of the whole package. Like, you know, the mind, the body, the spirit, the whole thing. I want to hear from you. Comment below and let's talk about this. Let's have a judgment-free conversation and let's support one another. That's what these questions and that's what this channel is all about. Let's unite instead of untie. So comment below. I want to hear from you. What are you doing for self-care? Mentally, physically, spiritually, the whole shebang. So, as many of you know, I'm not exempt from these questions. I answer these questions just like you do. But before I tell you self-care, I want to talk about yesterday's question because it kind of helps to go into today's answer. So yesterday's question was all about, you know, what are you looking forward to and what are you excited about? And I talked about how I'm working part-time for the Chicago Botanic Garden, and they've got this lecture series, and Cheryl Strayed, the author, spoke last night. And so I've been working behind the scenes helping put all of this together, and you know, I got to pick her up at her hotel and got to make sure that she was, you know, everything was fine, and just, you know, if she needed anything. And she's amazing. She's really, really cool, and she's like super down to earth, and she's easy to talk to. I mean, like, we just talked about like life in the car, like when I picked her up, and we found out we both have a love of John Flubug shoes. I'll put a link below so you know what I'm talking about, but John Flubug shoes are amazing and crazy comfortable, like super, super comfortable. I would say they're fashion and function all at the same time. But yeah, she was just really, really, just really nice and honest and just very lovely. And so her talk last night was really about telling her story, right? We all have a story. And so her talk last night was about her telling her story of going through like hard times and good times and amazing times, and then like wondering like, am I doing, you know, is this the right thing I should be doing, and doubting ourselves. And that's what this is all about, right? This is what I'm putting out on YouTube. This is what I do with all of the events that I do, whether they're co-ed or whether they're women's events. And so I wanted to kind of talk about that because it was such an honor to meet her and work with her. But she's just like a regular person, right? She's just like me and you. And so I think that's why she's so relatable. But I talk about that because my question today is all about self-care. And that's kind of what she like talked about yesterday, was kind of about being present and kind of doing those things that maybe scare you, and doing those things that maybe that you're doubting, but you're doing them anyway. And so, and that's what I feel like everything I do is like scary, and like I'd rather just watch TV for, you know, 12 hours a day, but that's not going to get me anywhere, right? I'm not going to like solve any problems. I'm not going to like get to my goals if I watch TV all day. But I also find that it's about balance. And so self-care right now is so important to me. That's why I try and meditate every day, whether it's like 1 minute or if it's like 5 minutes. And, you know, I wanted to talk about, like, on Sunday I work out with, I've talked about this in the past, I work out with my amazing friend Kira. She's a great personal trainer, and I work out with a couple other women. And I was putting my shoes on Sunday morning, and I was just like, I don't know, like, is this worth it? Because I'm like barely working out right now in the middle of the week. Because I'm just trying to like fit it all in. And then I'm like, is this really worth it? Like going to work out with her like once a week because I'm not working out the rest of the week. And I have to remember, like, of course it's worth it, because something is better than nothing. Something is absolutely better than nothing. And it's like, if I can just at least give an hour right now, an hour a week, then I'll work my way up to like an hour and 10 minutes and an hour and 20 minutes. But if I take away that hour, then I feel like I'm just like laying on the floor like a slug. And so that's kind of part of my self-care, is about realizing like, this is what I'm going to do in the moment that I'm in, right? Giving myself a little bit of a break and like doing like a little bit of forgiveness. So that's me. That's what I'm doing. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below. Let's talk about this. Let's have a judgment-free conversation, and let's support one another. And while you're here, subscribe. Come hang out with us. This is kind of a cool place to be. And invite a friend, because the more people that are part of this conversation, the sooner we can change the world. Thanks.